he could have been reacting to things like, hey, look, it's a dragon. But no, what they do is they play this character down to where they don't play the comic relief that could have been there. They chose to play him more as a gentle soul. You know, I guess we just look at it differently because I don't see it like, you know, I see the stereotype, but I don't see it right there like you do, man.
No, man, I'm laughing at you. Hey, it's a dragon.
See, that could have been him. See? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just talking about my ass. Vote for us for Best Podcast at the Austin Chronicle Best of Austin Awards. How do you do that? Well, you go to vote.austinchronicle.com. You sign in. You go to the category of politics and media. You scroll down to podcast, and there we are at the top. Woohoo! You vote for us right there. Very easy to do so. So please vote for us. It means a lot and it helps us out a lot. Get yourself a plushie. We need to sell just 35 more of these, y'all. Just 35 more, and we're good to go. Everybody gets a plushie. So go to makeship.com and order your pre-order your plushie over there and make this campaign a success. We sitting up here talking about politics and dictators and all that kind of stuff. What the perfect way to lead into this review right here. These gay wizard Nazis are out of control, Mark, and they need to be stopped. Or at least one is out of control. That damn Grindelwald, man, he's at it again. You know, since his gay love life didn't work out, he says, fine, you know what? I'm going to take it out on all you muggles out there. Everybody got to suffer. If I can't be happy, can't nobody else be happy.
When I'm in charge, it's going to be only us running the show.
Exactly. And it's about time we put those...
And some of you liberals ain't going to be on our side either.
About time somebody put these muggles in their place anyway. It's getting out of hand. And I'm just the wizard to do it. How will he do it? Old Grindelwald over here. Well, he'll need something called a killing or a quilling or something.
A chilling.
A chilling. A chilling.
Because a chilling just be chilling.
Cold chilling. But what the hell is a chilling, you say? Well, chilling is...
that's what Southern people call their kids.
Yeah. A chillin' is the intestines of a pig that you boil on New Year's Eve. No, a chillin' is it's a creature. It's a creature that comes out, walks towards you, and looks at you up and down and says, "You full of shit." It just knows.
If you full of shit, it's gonna tell everybody.
Yeah, it's a creature that knows that you are full of shit. But if old Grindelwald can get a hold of a chillin', and somehow convince it to, I don't know, be full of shit itself and lie on my behalf, because y'all know this man ain't right. Y'all know this man is a liar. Y'all know this man is full of shit right here.
He's committed crimes, hate crimes.
Of course. He is a war criminal, if you will. But if he can use this creature to convince the wizard community that he is not full of shit, which he is, then he can lead them into taking their right place, with the muggles reduced to the loyal servants that they are, the lowly servants that they are. Can Dumbledore come in with a new team and stop this man? And can he bear to take down his once ex-lover? Because, you know, every now and then you can still catch him looking in his eyes. You know, just maybe I can turn him around one more time and show him right. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer.
Things are not quite what they appear.
I did get a glimpse of some people's reviews and headlines, and it was like people are split on this once again. I don't know. I haven't looked at I haven't looked at a tomato score or anything. I don't know.
No, me either. No mind.
But from what I've seen, I'm very curious to see what Martin thinks about this. Of course, my son did not see this, but he's just chilling over there, just chilling.
On for the ride.
Just along for the ride, trying to learn from his dad and his uncle how to do this review game over here. Sit back, son. You're gonna learn something right here. But you know, so I'm curious to see what you think about this, because I'm gonna tell you something. Looking at this, well, to give a little more background. You know, we had the first two entries in this series. They said there's going to be 5 of these Fantastic
really?
Beasts movies. Yeah. So,
okay.
So we're on number 3 right now. Now, where the first 2 took place in the 1920s, now we've gone up to the 1930s, and where the first one took place in America for most of the time, and some of the fantastical and fantasy worlds of Harry Potter. This one, we're traveling around the world. We're going over to places like London and Germany, and I think parts of Asia, in Grindelwald's quest for world domination over them damn muggles. Now,
I think it was like Bhutan or
Bhutan, yeah. So I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm really not in the mood these days to give J.K. Rowling any kind of praise. I'm just not fond of billionaires who ain't got shit else to do, so they just decide to get on the internet and just start mess. So I told you, I'm very uneasy about this woman. But
especially
here,
when somebody says like, "Hey, that thing you wrote, that's kind of not cool." You just what? No,
yeah.
I'm going to double down on that.
Exactly.
I'll fight anybody who comes at me.
Anytime where J.K. Rowling's name is associated with anti-trans in a way, let me just get that out the way right now. I'm just not in the mood to sit up here and kiss this woman's ass. She got enough money as it is. She can sit back and just, I don't know, as I said before, maybe just shut the up. Enjoy your money. I don't know, do good for the world instead of just spreading ignorance and fear. But yet I digress. I'm here to talk about the movie, and I'm a fair man. So I'm going to say right here, you know, that being said, you know, I look at this in this installment of this series. This is the one, because I wasn't crazy about the first 2. First one just kind of like, okay, we'll see where it goes. Second one just kind of like, oh. And now this one right here, this is the one where she, as co-writer, feels like she's finally starting to hit her stride. At least that's the way I feel. Where they kind of finally starting to figure things out. Where before it just felt like they were just forcing her to do this. And they just kept bugging her and bugging her and bugging her until she just said, okay, I'll do it. And Warner Brothers ain't gonna leave shit alone when it makes money.
They are not.
That Harry Potter,
as we saw with the last Matrix movie.
Exactly. That Harry Potter movie that series made so much money. You know, Warner Brothers said, we don't make original shit no more. we digging them crates to find that old shit that made money.
Go to that graveyard, just start digging.
Yeah. Shit, the Harry Potter story is done. I don't care, make up another one. Find another little boy with glasses, make him do some shit, I don't know. But with this one, I think it's moving in the right place now. And this is probably because this is going to a darker place. And when I watch this, and I'm not by no means trying to say this is on the level of the OG Harry Potter. Ain't nobody gonna ever, catch up with Harry. That even she admits today, like, okay, I can't do it. It's like it's a phenomenon. Nobody, once you've done something that incredible, don't expect to pass it, and that's okay.
Well, she had years to come up with Harry Potter and create all that. Where this is like, all right, we need this like Tuesday.
Yeah, this is Warner Brothers saying, get your ass out there and get us another Harry Potter. And she's like, you just can't whip up and get your ass out there and get us another Harry Potter.
I don't remember asking you that.
Give us some, goddamn it.
I don't care what it is. Shit, some beast or something. So that's what happened. Now, I'm saying that because what I'm comparing this to, but it's not on the same level, but this reminds me of when I first saw Harry Potter. And everybody was talking about Harry Potter. You told me about Harry Potter because you read the stories.
Read the book. Yeah, I read the book.
I didn't know that much about Harry Potter. In fact, somebody had a Harry Potter costume on one of our shows that we were doing back in the day. And I was like, who the hell are you? I thought he was just a nerd. I said, Harry Potter. Like,
I mean, you weren't wrong.
But say,
yeah, exactly.
Kinda
Okay, I didn't know he was a magical nerd. But those first 2 movies for me, when I saw them, I'm like, okay, I don't know what the big deal is, but these are cool. They're fine. They're perfectly entertaining, but I just don't see what the big deal is. But once those movies got darker,
like
that's when I started. Yeah, that's when I started to say, okay. Once they got to the Prisoner of Azkaban, where it got dark, and they just said, "Fuck them kids." That's when I was like, okay, this looks cool.
Sirius Black is the
Oh shit! What happened to you?
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! My clips are cursed.
Oh, your clips have
Sirius
spectrum.
Black is the reason the Potters are dead.
You ain't never seen an oh shit expression on Harry Potter like that. You're like, oh shit just got real now. Yeah, man. Once it got dark like that, I was like, this is amazing. And Harry Potter that series is one of my that is my favorite. I think you can't say trilogy series,
a franchise
films, a franchise of films out there. You know, but that's because it started going to a dark place. Shit, as we know, J.K. Rowling, she's kind of crazy anyway. She's in a dark place that we are beginning to recognize right now. So maybe this is where she just flows better. You know, I don't know. But with the first two Fantastic Beasts movies, as I just mentioned, I didn't think those were great. Again, as we just said, felt like they were forced by the studio. But there were things that I did like about them. You know, I thought the production was great. Some of the characters I really enjoyed, and I really thought it was cool that they made those prequels and made them period pieces, and really didn't deal with Harry Potter or try to connect with him too much. You know, these characters, unlike Star Wars, where they got to always mention somebody, these characters we've seen in some other form, but they stood on their own. So I always thought, like, man, if these movies could just figure out what they're doing.
Yes,
okay.
They did respect the fact that these are happening decades before Harry Potter's even born.
Yes.
So let's not try to reference things. The most they did was, like, Dumbledore was there, and every so often bring in one of the teachers we knew from Hogwarts, like Minerva. But that's about it.
But that was about it. Whatever I feel about J.K. Rowling, man, this is one of the, as far as those Harry Potter movies, this is one of the greatest conceptualized worlds I've seen on film. I haven't read the books. But it feels like they're taking all those things that were working before and that I liked, but they just weren't kind of just coming together well. Well, they're coming together for me well right here. It's kind of like J.K. Rowling didn't want to do this series, man. Like she really was pushing those movies out like Constipation or something, man. Now she just had a creative laxative, and it's just flowing right out. And I'm very happy about that, man, because, and like I said, people have been mixed on this. I believe, I'm not sure, but I'm kind of enjoying this. And I think I'm enjoying it because they've made some adjustments, and I think those adjustments are wise, and they were the right move to do. Mads Mikkelsen is the biggest example here of getting it right. I think he's the best embodiment of Grindelwald. Yeah, people don't even know what Grindelwald looked like now. He's been so many people.
I know. So many
man's
people.
been a shapeshifter.
And it always seems so unnecessary, so arbitrary.
It really did.
Wait, he's Colin Farrell and now he's Johnny Depp? What? Why? They didn't even explain it. They just switched them, and that was before there was any kind of Johnny Depp controversy.
Yeah, well, they did. No, they did switch Colin Farrell for, I don't know why, scheduling or something. I don't know why. Johnny Depp, they did get him out because of the controversy that was happening.
No, I know for that.
And I'm gonna tell you with Johnny Depp, man.
Yeesh.
Johnny Depp, goddamn.
Damn, glowing.
Johnny Depp like an old racist white woman right there. Johnny Depp, needless to say, brilliant actor. Nobody has to say that, and I have the utmost respect for Johnny Depp right now. And I even defend Johnny Depp a little bit with all this controversy that was going on with him. He's stupid when he buys wine. I give him that. Motherfucker just wastes bottles. He just wastes money on bottles of wine that really don't taste that great, probably.
Yeah, and he's got this whole dress-up affectation thing he does that's just kind of like, all right, you gone too Hollywood. And like other popular actors, you may have married wrong.
Yeah, shit. They talking about Johnny Depp as a character. Now, that's Johnny Depp on a Tuesday. He's putting in weird contacts and dyeing his hair. But thing is, the reason I'm talking about Johnny Depp is because I'm comparing him to Mads Mikkelsen, because Johnny Depp, he's a great actor. But when he did this role right here, compared to what Mads Mikkelsen did, Johnny Depp was, he's all about theatrics in a way, which is cool. That's what got him to where he is. He emotes very loudly.
Sure, playing a character, being a little bit over the top.
Yeah,
that's his thing. Willy Wonka, Barnabas Collins, Jack Sparrow.
Yep.
I mean, Jack Sparrow is what really put him in the stratosphere.
Yep.
So now that's what he's doing all the time.
Exactly. And now you can add Grindelwald to that list.
That is what we are fighting. That is the enemy. The barbarity.
He's playing this
line.
Yes, he's playing this like he's doing Shakespeare. He loves to work that head and that mouth as he pronounces. In every movie, he gonna do something like, ah! You heard him at the beginning of this?
Yeah.
That! You know, and it's cool. I didn't really have that much of a problem with that, but it's so Johnny Depp.
I mean, I liked him in this role in that particular movie, and was fine with him carrying on. But the way this movie works, Matt Mikkelsen works much better.
Man.
Because right off the bat, we start with him and Dumbledore at a restaurant talking. And they're talking about being lovers in the past. You could see the two of them as a couple. I cannot see Jude Law and Johnny Depp as a couple. That would just not work for me.
I mean, unless you're in the crazy dude. I ain't got to see it.
Like, so you're in this phase now, huh?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Mainly Johnny Depp, and I say the theatrics is Johnny Depp is in, he's so much into a different character. He wants the like the outlandish costumes now. And you're right. For this kind of movie, you don't need that, because now we're at the moment where, hey, look, ain't no secrets about Dumbledore. Dumbledore is out. And now he's talking about his love life, and he's having these conversations with Mads Mikkelsen, and we can't be having him sitting up there talking about, yes, the night when you're so good, you know.
Or just he's sitting in a normal restaurant looking like that.
Look, yeah, exactly. It calls attention to itself. Mads Mikkelsen looks like a person for these moments of drama where we need humanity there, whether that humanity is cold or not. That's what the great thing about Harry Potter is. A lot of these people are just, maybe some of the characters are exaggerated, but some of them are just people like you and I. And so we can relate to these crazy situations and wild situations because they look like us and act like us. That's the case with this Grindelwald. But this is also a Grindelwald, which is, he's coming to his villainy right here. So I'm telling you, if you want somebody cold-blooded, someone ain't around, no time for them jokes and all the theatrics and everything, you get Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh yeah, just watch Hannibal.
Yeah,
the TV show.
Mads Mikkelsen, his face always conveys, bitch, does it look like I'm playing? Yeah, he and Dumbledore are finally out and having full gay discussions about their relationship, and the gay storyline just works better with Mads Mikkelsen. You're right, I could not see that with Johnny Depp. It just works better. But I mean, we're talking about Johnny Depp, but I'm talking about how this works better when talking about the relationship, which is weird because sex with him would be weird. I think looking at him. I mean, because he would just keep looking at you with that expression. Because Mads Mikkelsen plays Mads Mikkelsen in everything that he does.
Mostly. I've seen him in a couple of things where he wasn't, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
But if you had if you doing face to face, he's just gonna look at you the whole time. Yeah. That cold, dead expression.
That le chiffre.
Yes. It feels so good. I couldn't tell.
Well, you would probably be like, shh, don't talk.
Yeah.
I'm trying to focus.
Yeah. The way it's set up, I'm glad that they put the relationship out there. And it's kind of cool because when you look at them, they're kind of like, they're wizards. They have powers. They're kind of like the gay version of Professor X and Magneto, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Except that, Grindelwald's a bigger asshole, because you can understand why Magneto why he hated humans.
Yeah.
Grindelwald's just a dick. He just hates him because he's on that Hitler shit. But that does really make them feel more like characters that they're able to discuss these relationships. And it does, and when they have to talk about it, it does add to, it does make more sense why this guy's, it humanizes him more than just being a villain that wants to take over the world. You don't think so?
I don't think that.
You don't think?
I think at the end of the day, he was still a villain that wanted to take
Oh no,
over
he's
the
a
world.
villain. No, he's a piece of shit. But I'm just saying, it just humanizes him just a little bit more when you have him in that relationship.
A little bit more. Yeah. I get what you're saying with the relationship that humanizes him more.
Yeah, the cast is just even better for me here. Now I feel like things are actually moving in a good way. As I said, not for everybody this movie is, but for me, I found myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Jude Law, who I already think is a great actor anyway. I was one of those who stood up when Chris Rock made a joke. How dare you? He's one of the finest actors that we have. I love Jude Law.
I'm a huge Jude Law fan.
Yeah.
But I still thought Chris Rock was funny.
No, I was making a joke. I didn't care about
I know. I'm just making the point that you could talk shit about somebody, laugh at it, but still like them anyway.
Yeah. Shit, I love Jude Law. I don't. Sean Penn, sit your ass down. No, this Jude Law. I love Jude Law. I'm a fan. So I enjoy him as younger Dumbledore.
So do I.
And
I think that's great casting for him.
it is. With all this crazy stuff going on, even going into a battle now, with his ex-lover, he still has a very wise, soft-spoken approach to things here, and it does make this guy feel more human, and I love that about him.
I do too. It's just one thing. Even it's like wow. Even Dumbledore when he was younger, he is a manipulative.
Oh,
all through those Harry Potter movies, and even when he was young, he's like, wow, you've been this way your whole life, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, just that's what he makes some bitch moves. Cause he always like everybody's like, hey man, if we going into a situation where we're about to die, we need to know something. He's like, just trust me.
I know. You give me the information.
Oh, people.
Just make sure you're over there by 3:00. Everything will be fine.
The best thing to know is to not know. He's like, man, shut your ass up. You better tell me something. I'll walk out this bitch right now. You can go fight that fool by yourself. Eddie Redmayne. I know you're not a big Eddie Redmayne fan.
He was much more tolerable here.
Look, I get why you don't like Eddie Redmayne because a lot of things he plays like he got asthma. Talking always like
I don't dislike the actor. I don't like the character of Newt Scamander because with the first movie they just made him so precious. Oh, he's so gentle and he loves the animals. It's like none of those animals seem real. And he's getting on my nerves.
Well, Martin. Martin.
But I liked him much better here.
No, I think that again because they didn't know what to do with this character.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these characters were just flailing in the water, man. Here, I never really had a big problem with Newt that much, except they didn't know what to do with the character. But in a world where everything is larger than life, it's nice having a character that's shy and pulled back, and like Dumbledore, very sweet natured. It's. We need almost characters like this in a way because everybody's on that same level of kind of being over the top, almost everyone, with the exception of Dumbledore and Newt. I do like that. My favorite character still, though, is Dan Fogler.
Really?
As Jacob Kowalski, man. I don't know. Maybe because he's representing humans, man. Hey, I don't know, man.
The comic relief?
That New York accent that just poured on, just so thick. I'm surprised he can even speak words.
Yeah, that's what I like about the character. Like, it is poured on thick, but they don't use it to like that much comedy relief.
I keep expecting him to go like, "Hey, babe, it's clobbering time."
Hey, forget about it. I like him, man, because what I like about him is that he's always been my favorite because he could have been more of a Brooklyn stereotype. But
could he have?
Well, no, but I'll tell you why. Because he could have been reacting to things like, hey, look, it's a dragon. But no, what they do is they play this character down to where they don't play the comedy relief that could have been there. They chose to play him more as a gentle soul. He's kind of kind-natured. No matter how crazy stuff gets, I guess we just look at it differently because I don't see it like, I see the stereotype, but I don't see it right there like you do, man.
Oh, man, I'm laughing at you. Hey, it's a dragon.
See, that could have been him. See? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just talking about my ass. You see, that's what it could have been, man.
Okay. If I look at it from that angle. Okay.
I'm just being stupid, y'all.
All right, I gotta be professional.
Have a good time.
A big problem for me with these movies, all three to different degrees, is that they can't figure out who they're for. Are they for the kids? Are they for the adults?
Yeah.
Where with the Harry Potter movies, they worked in a way that it just satisfies both audiences.
Yep. I will give you that. I'm going to get into some of these problems later, and that definitely is one of them right there. I completely agree with you on that. I'm just talking about, again, these characters that I did like before. They either I like them and I feel like they're using them better, or I feel like they didn't mean shit to me before. They weren't that strong. They were just there. I didn't even know their motivation. And now I'm really getting some fleshed out background on these characters. Ezra Miller as Credence. It's Credence Barebone. You know, I liked him a lot better this time around.
Because he was a punk in the other ones.
Yeah, he's just whiny. Yeah.
I mean, he's whiny in this one, but at least his story comes to something.
Well, with this one, they give him background as to why he is the way he is, what's been done to him to make him that way. And the role has gotten better. It's written better. You know, it has more relevance. And since we're on the subject of wizards and magic, come on, let's talk about the magic like you can put on your lawn.
I'll allow it. I'm not bothered by this one.
Okay.
That one went too bad.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I whipped some magic up myself right there. I have to do an ad right now, people. You know I do. You know that we have to take sponsorships in order to pay for things around here. But I will tell you, Sunday Lawn right here. What's going on?
Oh, with the dragons.
Hey, we're all fucking wizards here, huh?
Sorry, man. Do your ad.
I'm sorry. No,
I laughed to myself.
I know, man. I know. I was talking crazy, but people, I'm talking about Sunday lawns, and let me tell you the reason why I'm talking about Sunday lawn. Sunday lawn right here. The reason I'm talking about this is because this is something I'm definitely thinking about using. It's actually what I've been looking for. So
I need that.
Yeah, no, I chose this. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. And I get my wife here and tell you the truth of why I chose this. I said, let me try this. Because maybe they'll send me some stuff. But even if they don't, I want to know the ins and outs of this. Sunday lawn, the reason why I want to try this is because I had a guy come over to do some lawn work for us. And what he did, it looked nice. It looked nice, man. And we didn't have any problem with weeds or anything for a while. But Mia came in after the guy was gone. She said, did they use chemicals? And I was like, maybe. You know, she's like, and she jumped on my ass about that. You trying to kill these goddamn dogs out here? You know we got animals? And I was like, all right. I did think about it. I didn't know, but it made sense.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So, and she was right. And a lot of you out there now, we got a lot of young audience out there. I know you're very young, but some of you, you're adulting now. Some of you getting homes. And with those homes come lawns, no matter how big or how small, you got to know how to take care of those lawns. And Sunday Lawn is a good place to start. They can help you grow this lawn nice and beautiful without trying to figure out if chemicals were used out there, poisoning your pets and all the other animals that are around there, the wildlife that you might have, messing with your health. Go to getsunday.com. You can see it right there, getsunday.com. You put in your address and they analyze your lawn, and they have a tool that does all that to figure out what your lawn needs. Then they use the soil and climate data, and they create a personal nutrition plan that they'll deliver to you to your door for your lawn.
Nice.
Yeah, they got these pouches that you attach to your hose. And when you do that, it's very simple to do. And all you do is just go out there and hose your lawn down, and you'll be able to have this peace of mind of knowing that you've done it yourself. You've seen how you've done it, and you didn't put any chemicals on there, all natural.
All right.
And as I said, the thing is that they back their word up, man, on this. They also have things to take care of your trees, your garden, and they also have things to make you feel better about pest control. Go to getsunday.com/toasted to get 20% off your custom plan that they'll make just for you. And I want to thank Sunday Lawn not only for potentially making my lawn better and saving my animals' lives out there, but also for sponsoring this portion of the video, and also you guys out there, all the Toasties, for supporting us and everything that we do. Yeah, you know, that's what I was telling you, man. Most of these characters, I like them better because they have more to do. And now we also see them actually forming a team here with a clear mission. I didn't really understand what was going on before some of these movies, mainly because I just didn't really care that much. But here, they have a clear mission to root them for, to root them on. Though as the story goes along, for some people it might be a little bit simple out there, the second half of the movie, because the story is so straightforward. But I didn't mind that. After all this stuff that's been going on and them throwing all these really complicated subplots in, I did not mind just a little leanness.
Oh, I didn't mind at all. Matter of fact, the first half of this movie, they were running around doing different things, and it felt like none of it was connected.
I agree with that. You know, I'll tell you this. I'm going to get into what you're saying, because I do have some problems, because now it sounds like I'm just loving this movie. And, you know, let me pull it back a little bit. Before I do that, I will say that, let me to tell you the things that I enjoy. I think this is also working because it's a little more personal now. Like, these characters, you were right when you said it feels like they're just trying to put these in here for kids now. You know, with a little bit of something for a little bit of darkness or adult stuff for the audience that love Harry Potter, or the adults that love Harry Potter. But this time around, now that they pulled back and they feel like they got a better grasp on these characters, things feel a little more personal now. And I like that. I like that things feel a little more personal. You know, it's nice that we're getting a little background on Dumbledore, more than just he's gay or, oh, my heart is broken because of Grindelwald. No, we're getting a little bit of story now about his family, you know, his brother, and some of the tragic things that happen. I mean, it's like cool to see the background, even though it's kind of tragic, with some things that might have happened with his sister.
We're here to see Albus Dumbledore.
That would be my brother. Something to do with the sister, Ariana.
You know, that explained a lot in the movie with this whole tragedy that happened with the family. Explains the things for Dumbledore a little further. Some other characters that I won't mention you'll see in the film. Also, I think some of these things have been mentioned before, like the brother and the sister and everything that happened with them. And I like that they're kind of setting this up now, and these things that we've known. And it's not like Star Wars, not even like Marvel, where we're just mentioning this to get the crowd excited. Now it feels like we're actually doing some storytelling instead of a studio property that just is being forced to make money. I enjoyed that they went to different locations this time. As I said, they went to, this time going over to the UK, which you've already been. You know, I like that we went to Bhutan. I like that we went to Germany this time around. Although, being that this is in the 30s, it's weird watching Nazi wizards when we know that we're going to get real Nazis later on, like
right around the corner,
who kill real people. So that was just a little bit weird right there. The music in this, I loved. A lot of this is going back to like some fantasy films before we start getting the comic book movies and whatnot, where the whole team was really worried about making the movie instead of selling the product. And I haven't really wanted to buy a movie score or listen to a movie score in a long time. But this one I want to listen to, man. I just want to sit back and hear this. When I was walking out hearing the credits.
Is it John Williams on this one again?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. Somebody let us know out there. Help us out. Is John Williams doing the score here again? But when I was walking out and I was listening to I just stood there and listened. Everybody's waiting on the stinger. I was actually waiting to see who did the score.
Oh, okay.
And it didn't come up, so I just walked out because we had to go. But James Newton Howard.
Okay.
Listen, that first half, it dragged for me a little bit.
It dragged me a lot.
Yeah. I fell asleep and I fought it too. It's almost like they put a spell on my ass. I was trying to fight it. I was like, no.
Yeah, what's that spell where you knock somebody out?
Yeah, that's what
there's one of them. They used to use it all the time.
Yeah.
Let's see, Expelliarmus knocks the wand out of your hand, and the Cruciatus puts you in agony.
Oh, that was the guy that did Unbreakable, which I love the score for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, again, don't mean to sidetrack. But, man, I was up there fighting.
Stupefy.
Oh, shit, my God, man. Not again. But, yeah, man, I was fighting it, man. I was trying. It was just... Now, I think the reason why is because, first of all, it did drag. And I don't know if that's the movie's fault or not. It's probably not the movie's fault, because I'm going to tell you, we're coming out of...
It's the movie's fault. I was there, too. I wasn't falling asleep, but it was dragging.
Well, the reason why I'm saying it's dragging is because I don't know how this was going, but we got to do some catch-up when we come into this. And those first two movies... I didn't really care about those movies.
See, that's the problem, is that those first two movies, not only were they so long ago, but...
Oh, shit, I'm sorry, I tried and button stuck over here. I didn't mean to keep it on there.
But they're also very forgettable.
Yeah.
So when they come in with this, it's like, man, I hate that Star Wars crawl, but this is one of those times when it was needed.
Something,
just some kind of refresher on everything that happened before. Because they dropped you in like, well, you just saw these other two, and like, it's been a while, and I had no reason to rewatch those. So
maybe they're doing something, but it's a struggle to catch up. That last movie came out, about 3 years ago? I didn't give a shit about that movie anyway.
Exactly.
So now I had to catch up through all this, and I just while we're trying to sit up here and get everybody up to date, and I'm just like, man, I'm just not feeling it. I'm done. I don't care much. I like the actors. I like the setup that's being done, the alliances that are being formed. A couple of action set pieces in here, all right. But the second half is a whole lot better, and that's because that's when the movie got focused and
That's
lean.
when it got focused, because up to that point, it's all about assembling the team. And every so often cutting, well, what are the bad guys doing right now? All right, back to assembling the team. And this team he's putting together, they don't seem like the most competent bunch. So you're kind of like, all right, Dumbledore, you sure you are no more powerful wizards you could use for this?
You know, the second half is better because I think everything I liked about the things, the little I did like about the first half and these other movies, again, all those good things, they seem to become leaner and make more sense this time around. Everything is gelling better. But, you know, and I think that people who are giving this bad reviews are people who not only are letting that first half kind of bring the second half down for them, but also I think people are going to let those two first movies, they're going to let that hold this movie. They're going to allow those movies to hold that against this film right here.
Oh, they definitely will. I even sat next to a critic who said that he's so mad about J.K. Rowling that he was not going to give it a good review no matter
And
what.
that's another thing. J.K. Rowling is J.K. Rowling, she's not very popular right now. So some people are just going to bring in, you know, their agendas. And I'm not even saying it in a bad way. They're going to bring in their feelings. They're going to bring in their agendas and their feelings about her and what she said into that. And I don't blame them. You know, I mean, you said what you said, so deal with it.
Yeah. It's you know, it's hard to argue against that. What I will say, for me, the second half was better than the first half.
Yeah.
But it was still racked with problems.
See, I really enjoyed that second half. I wish I could enjoy it as a whole. I really loved that second half, actually. I enjoyed it a lot. But the problem, I still think this is something that's in the first half. I was going to say maybe this is something that affected the second half. But I think the problems with this could be a potential problem with the second half, but really in that first half, there's something that's really not working here, and they need to straighten this out if they're going to be moving forward with 2 more movies. Get a grasp on this, because sometimes this feels like a kid's film, and it doesn't work with the darker parts of the movie. The movie, and I'm gonna tell you something. This movie might scare the. I never say this. I think kids can handle it, but I'm talking about little kids. This movie might scare the shit out their little asses. It might traumatize some of these little kids out there, because in the beginning, I'm gonna warn you right now. If you got little kids and they love the cute little animals, this movie don't care. This movie is not nice at all to cute little animals in the beginning.
Oh, right off the bat.
Right off the bat, people, there's a messed up thing that they do in this movie, and the real messed up thing about it is that they use it to lure us in. You know, to make us think that it's gonna be nice and cute. There's a scene here, and I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm not spoiling anything at all. Just hear me. I'm just warning you though. There's a scene here where it is so gentle. They had the audience talking about, and they use that adorable moment to hold that creature up and say, "Oh, you like that? Watch this shit." And they did the most up thing, and it was so messed up. Somebody next to me, they didn't even recoil in horror or sadness. They just made a noise. They said, "Oh!"
I sat next to a woman in her 40s, and she almost cried.
Yeah. This person was shocked. Oh, just like, yeah, I get it, man. I'm trying to walk carefully around this, but it is fucked up.
Yeah, you open with that. There's plenty of mature themes here, but at the same time, sometimes the movie can get very childish, almost goofier than in a childlike way than some of the Harry Potter movies. Also, it has that kind of George Lucas thing going on, where hey, it's kind of for the kids and it's magical, but our villain is, he's steeped in fascism to the point of, in the last movie, when he was Johnny Depp, he held a Trump rally. And you're like, well, it's old school fascism. I know, but it's like, all I could think was, this is a Trump rally. And so much of Mads Mikkelsen in this movie, I was like, he's Trump. He's a demagogue. He's trying to take over power that he doesn't earn, and it's all about election fraud. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I I thought we were kind of past doing this, and I don't feel like I'm reading into it because I'm not looking for it.
I kind of like that.
But it's just kind of overwhelming how much this is a part of all this.
Well, it was, to me, it is Trump in there, but it was so much more Nazi propaganda that was playing here too that I was able to overlook on the Trump parts there.
But you know, it just kind of shows the link between Trump and Nazis.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like an inescapable link.
Oh yeah,
where somebody go like, no, it's not the same. It's like, wow, even when you're not looking for it, you can see how it's connected.
But I tell you, the thing that probably really bothered me, those damn Pokemons, man. Those creatures they got in here.
See, that's what bothered me so much in the first movie.
Because sometimes, look, because the thing is, with that scene I was telling you about where they do that animal wrong, that animal looks, the reason why it works so well and it freaked people the hell out is because that animal looks real. Animal looked like, it was a cool CG effect. It moved like a real creature. It behaved like, most of the time, I mean, we still talking about a fantastic beast, but it was, most of the time it behaved like a real animal. But other animals in here, they're cartoons, man. Like I said, man, these are the Pokemons of Harry Potter.
You clearly have different animation teams on different animals, and some are really good at their job, and some are so-so.
Well, a lot of them are just on the verge of just being cute. Like, they want to sell toys of these animals right here. Like, they got these little creatures, like, after we just saw, like, a real-looking animal, now they got these other creatures mugging for the camera, making those cute cartoon noises, you know, they... Oh, come on now. Well, you heard it right there.
We've got the Niffler, who's now called Teddy.
Yeah, coming soon to a toy store near you.
I know.
Yeah,
it's a platypus. Let's not make a big deal out of it.
Yeah. No, Martin, it's a magical platypus.
No.
Get out of here with that. You know, it goes from being...
Might as well be Squirtle.
Yeah. I mean, these wands ain't nothing but Pokemon balls. Pokeballs. Pokewands. You know, it's... And this whole thing with the... it just goes from feeling kid-friendly to very dark with no real transition or natural flow. There's a scene in here, that scene we're talking about the prison, there's a scene in here where they got these... It's an execution cell, an execution chamber. And they got these prisoners hanging upside down in these cracks in the wall, and their bodies are stabbed by this giant scorpion, and the bodies are thrown back up, melted in acid and everything. And this is kind of like, okay, I'm not saying the kids are going to be traumatized by this or scared of it, but it was just like, this feels like two different movies, or they don't flow together very well.
Yes.
You know, like these people hanging upside down, waiting horribly to die, and then we move on. In the same scene, we got a creature, you know, all that. It's like, come on, man.
And then slapstick when they're running away from it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just all didn't work. I mean, you know, I didn't think it was terrible, but it was just like, this could have worked so much better in a different way.
Yes, the first half of the movie just drags horribly, and you just think, wow, I've watched two of these already, and now this one is just another one to throw on the pile. But in the second half, it gets tighter. It's focused on the actual plot, and it goes better. You've kind of got to know people, and you know what's at stake. Magic is cool when there's rules set up and you know what it can do.
Yeah.
And they play Magic in a way where Magic can do whatever we need it to do when we need it to do it. So how about that?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes somebody is super competent, and the next moment they're a bumbling idiot. And when you get right down to the big climax that we're trying to hit, it is done in the most simplistic, childlike way, but with adult themes. My biggest disappointment with all of this is that this being the Secrets of Dumbledore, the one thing I did like with the other two movies was I love Jude Law as Dumbledore. And so, me personally, I wanted this movie to be, I came into it hopeful because I was like, hopefully this will focus all about him.
Yeah.
It's about him and his family and all, but it spends a lot of time not being with him on screen. And I was like, man, he is the Rock in these things.
Yeah.
So if it could just be more about him, I would like that. It's also, just because of things we mentioned, it's too long. This is much better, but it's still more of a high rental.
The thing that makes me lean in favor of this, it goes back to what I've been saying. It's the ending. The climax and the ending for me was very emotional. It felt satisfying to me. I give my rating on what it did at the very end. The other two movies, I could really care less if I saw another Fantastic Beasts movie. You know, I was like, all right, you know, I'll go, but because I have to.
Right.
But this one actually made me look forward to the next movie. I want to see what they do. I feel like now we've caught up. Now we've got all the other stuff out the way. Now we can get off. We can really start the next movie running and be the movie that the second half of this movie was. So for that, I give this. I give it a matinee, man. You know, it's there's just a lot of things that I enjoyed on the production side too. Like I said, I love the music here. The music just swept me up, man. And the production on this, I felt very more excited now that I had a real story to go behind it. And even in that first half, there were certain moments. It had moments where I was like, I'm all right with this. So yeah, I give it a matinee. Looking forward to what they do next. But like I said, definitely heed Martin's words right here, because there will be people who would think like, well, it's just boring. You know, and I understand that.
Well, I don't know if I quite said that. I mean, we both agreed that the first half dragged.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And I finally realized James Newton Howard. Yeah, I directed him, man. He did the music for Space Jam.
Did
I'm
he
sorry,
really?
James.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's been
Man.
a long time, James.
Man, you've gone Hollywood. You once you get up there, you forget the little people.
I mean, he came to me begging for a job. I gave it to him. Nobody was really doing anything.
Was he sitting on a park bench?
Yeah. James, what you doing here, man? Let me give you a job, man. Come on over. Yeah, it's been a long time, James. Call me, baby. You know, let's catch up. Hey, everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.